Hey, am I live? Am I live? I think I'm live. What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. Thank you for tuning in. Actually, I don't see any eyeballs, so I think I'm talking to myself right now. Okay, so a couple things I just wanted to hop on here and chat about. There's been a couple of comments in the group that I found really interesting, and I just wanted to, A, I'm lazy and I don't want to type this shit out. And two, I think these are interesting conversations. Hi, whoever that is. Hello. So first off, Cerulean Sunshine, aka a friend of mine, her name is Steph. I'm going to share your name. She wrote into the group talking about pricing, which is really hard. It's a hot topic of conversation for small business owners. And it's really difficult to A, realize your worth, right? And become confident and sure of yourself and really thinking about the value that you bring to the table. Some of us feel like, oh, I don't have a degree, right? In whatever, but like I don't have a digital marketing degree. I don't. I'm largely self-taught, right? So some people have hangups around that. Maybe they're new to a particular industry, whatever the case may be. We all have hangups, right? So Steph has been wondering about, she says she looked at her schedule. So a bit of background about Steph. She has a dog, an animal care business where she will walk animals, hang out with them, spend evenings, just make sure that they're cared for while their humans are away, right? She loves animals. She's a huge animal person. And she's only been in business for 6 or 7 months. And word of mouth has treated her very, very well. She feels like she's more of a professional with each passing day. And what she struggles with is pricing. She feels like, and I know this feeling, when you feel like you've given someone sticker shock. You've had an initial conversation or set of conversations, and you have a rapport. They're really excited to work with you, but of course everyone's excited to work with you when they don't know what the price is. And so she's having a hard time verbalizing that pricing, and she's also curious about discounts. Should she offer a discount to new clients? Should she offer a discount to... So I take issue with discounts first and foremost, because you are providing... There's a reason why you've been booked out for 6 or 7 months, Steph. Because you're providing a service and you have value that's taken you above and beyond what other people are doing. There's probably a rapport that you have with the humans, but more importantly, the animals that you're taking care of. Okay, so my gut reaction is no to a 10% discount for those first time. And people can disagree with me. I'd love to hear what people have to think about that. I think that discounts, in my opinion, what I get excited about are referral fees, referral discounts. I think that makes a lot of sense, actually. So we have a program that we've just kicked off, which was inspired by a friend and colleague of mine. So if you were to refer someone to us, we would cut you a check for $250, right? They sign a contract with us. Of course, there's a little bit of fine print, but that's the nuts and bolts of the thing, because you have then kind of a sales force that's working for you. And I think that makes a lot of sense, right? That's money that you don't have to dump into looking for cold leads. You can dip into referrals. Let's see. She feels guilty about naming her price. I definitely hear that. It takes practice. It takes a lot of practice. You need to have a price sheet, Steph. If you can, whip one of those up, or at least have it in your head, your certain packages or sets of services that you provide and what the baseline price of the things are. I try to anchor my potential clients, as early in the process as possible, right? So I actually had a meeting today with the gentleman who works for a design build. I don't think it's design build. They're general contractors, and they do roofing, right? And so we were just kind of chatting about marketing and website stuff, and he was saying that he knows that they need a new website. So we kind of started chatting a bit. And before we got too far into that conversation, I did say, listen, just so you know, we don't build any websites for less than $5,000. And he was like, whoa. And that was great because we're not going to waste any more time. He knows where my baseline is. He's been anchored. And, I think that the same thing can apply to incoming clients. Like if they have a good sense of what your base fee is, then you're not going to waste your own time, and you're going to have less tire kickers, right? And I would say like you're taking care of living things. So like who wants a discount on that? You really want good care for your pets, right? I would also case the competition. I would chat with as many other pet care people, companies, freelancer, small businesses that you can, and see if they could talk shop with you, if you could kind of share pricing. Like there could be some referral overlap that could happen, like some nice partnerships that could happen there. So that's also worth thinking about and looking into. But again, I just want to say you are doing a kick-ass job, and there's a reason why people want to hire you, and you need to just get comfortable with that. Realize that you know what you're talking about, realize you know what you're doing, and that you are providing a service that people really appreciate. And whatever, you're a valuable human, you need to realize that. And that's going to be part of becoming comfortable with your pricing, right? And as you become busier, it's easier to charge more, right? Because you're booked out, people need you, and you will have that recurring business, which is awesome. Okay, and then Suzanne, I think you're on right now. I don't know if you're watching. I have a hard time. Who's watching? Is anyone watching? One person's watching. Hi. So Suzanne wrote in earlier today and responded to Nick Cage with his hair blowing in the wind. Nick Cage is so weird. She ended up getting really sick this week, which scared the shit out of her because she realizes, when you are your business and you get sick, there's nobody else to do the work. And then you get backed up and there's deadlines that need to be hit. And you have a holy shit moment where you're like, oh my God, if I'm sick one day and it's putting me back X number, it's alarming, right? You can't always be there. Some stuff will happen. You will get sick. Family emergencies occur. If you have kids get sick all the time. So she's already overbooked. Susanna's a writer, by the way. She runs a really fantastic business. It's all very tech WordPress related. So she has a niche, which is really exciting. She does fantastic work. People rarely even have edits that need to come back to her. I mean, she's really great at what she does. So she says she did something that she swore she'd never do, and she hired a VA, which is a virtual assistant for those of you who don't know. I also have a virtual assistant. She started as a virtual assistant. I would say that she is well beyond just a virtual assistant. She is a VA is still a valuable member of a team. I have a VA, or she started as a VA. And going back to Suzanne, she feels a strange mix of relief and regret in making that decision, which I love that line. You should feel relief. Any kind of change is terrifying, right? Like if you don't feel slightly terrified at least a couple times a week, you're doing something wrong. Like things don't improve or change without feeling anxious or feeling like, holy shit, what am I doing? That's when you know you're challenging yourself and you're stretching. So Suzanne says she hasn't onboarded her yet. Okay, but I'm really excited for you, Suzanne. I think that as long as you are being transparent and you are giving them very clear instruction and you do have an onboarding process, which I'm sure that you do because I know you have a lockdown on processes and managing people and that kind of thing, you are going to be able to focus more on what you're really good at, which is writing, right? The writing and the research. And you also have to think about what your time is worth, which I'm sure you've already been doing. So does it make sense for you to be setting timelines for projects? Does it make sense for you to be categorizing your expenses every month? Because all of those different pieces of the business take energy, and to shift our energy or our train of thought, that takes more of our mental resources. And I don't know about you, but once I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone, and I need to stay in the zone for a certain period of time. If I keep getting distracted and responding to all of these things that are coming at me, I would never get anything done. And I have many of those days still. I've gotten very lucky as well. Hi, May, if you watch this. She has been amazing, and she's allowed us to take the business to a new level, and it's just opened my mind to possibilities for the future. So, Susanna, I'm super excited to hear about how that goes. Congratulations. You should be more excited than regretful in this decision. And you know what? Even if it goes, I would even go into it assuming it's not going to go well, right? Like, maybe this is your burner hire. Maybe this is a chance for you to learn how to utilize this person or a person in that position, and then you can learn from it. And that's how I went into this, assuming my first hire would not work out. And amazingly, she has been fabulous and wonderful. And I think it's a mixture of us having pretty good communication and me getting lucky. So just keep that in mind. Don't be too hard on yourself if it's a little bit funky in the beginning. And please reach out to me if you have any questions or if I can be helpful or whatever. So those are my Friday ramblings. I hope you guys find this helpful. Let me know what you think. If you have different ideas or comments or thoughts, please let me know. And have a great Friday, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.